Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful for you taking the time to watch my videos. Even though I'm not always able to give you the best of news, I'm slightly casual today. Forgive me for being slightly casual. And if you, I always want to dress, formally or at least semi-casually for my viewers and subscribers. If this casual look is okay for you, just let me know. Or if you want me to stay with the formal look, I'm okay with that as well. Whatever is respectful for the audience, whatever is professional and polished for the audience. But the reason for this video is I want to talk to my viewers about my reaction to last night's debate. In fact, I want you to see reactions from some Republican senators, from individuals, from the heads at Fox Business, which by the way is a network that employs Chris Wallace, the moderator, and actual comments from Chris Wallace himself about what happened last night. And I'll also talk to you about my comments about what happened last night. So first, let's take a look at some comments from some prominent Republicans. Ben Sass, who's a Senate, who's a Senate candidate, I beg your pardon, from Nebraska, said it was, you see what he said. Mitt Romney said it was an embarrassment. Lisa Murkowski, who's a U.S. senator, said that it was awful. And Shelley Moore Capito, who's serving, who's a senator from West Virginia, wasn't too happy about it. She said it was rough. And Senator Mike Rounds from South Dakota said that he was watching the Yankees and might have needed an adult timeout. Those are comments from Senator Mike Braun from Indiana. Now let's take a look at some of the comments from some people up in the food chain at Fox. And Fox News CEO Suzanne Scott and President Jay Wallace sent out a note to staff calling the debate a unique situation and hailing Chris Wallace. No moderator could have managed a debate of that magnitude better than Chris. And Chris Wallace said to New York Times this was a terrible missed opportunity. I'll actually show you that. By the way, I think Chris Wallace is one of the best in the business, and I think he did what he could in this debate, which was quite bizarre in my opinion. And I'll talk to you about my opinion in a minute as well. And Lachlan Murdoch, one of the head honchos at Fox Business, said he toasted Chris Wallace in Cleveland with a glass of champagne, though Chris Wallace said, I don't feel much like celebrating. You can't really blame him. So basically Chris Wallace, and you can see this article on your screen, and I'll provide you with a link to the article in the description section below. Chris Wallace said that this was, I quote, a terrible missed opportunity. And I agree, because when I went into the debate, I wanted to see a policy discussion. I wanted to see a difference of opinion. I wanted to see an actual debate. This was not an actual debate. This was essentially, this was a debate where there was essentially steamrolling happening, and I feel there were too many interruptions, and I felt that neither candidate got into the actual substantive issues that matter to me personally. I want to know about what happens to business. I want to know what happens to stimulus checks. I want to know if unemployment benefits are going to be extended, because I do believe that those who need help the most should get it. So, I believe that important issues such as what's going to happen to healthcare. I don't want to see Obamacare struck down, because I know 20 million individuals will lose their healthcare coverage. I don't think a simple executive order trying to protect pre-existing conditions is going to do anything. I think there needs to be a firm alternative. So for me, that matters. For me, it matters what happens to healthcare. For me personally, it matters whether individuals are going to get help, whether there's going to be, further help for individuals, whether there's going to be help for small businesses, because small businesses are getting completely decimated. I didn't hear any of those discussions. I heard shouting, I heard name calling, I heard personal attacks, I heard essentially a lot of aggression, and I heard attacks on families, which was completely unnecessary. I heard some language that I've actually never heard a president of the United States actually use. And, I believe that both sides had missed opportunities. I think the president should have highlighted some of the stuff he's done, should have highlighted some of the stuff he can do. I believe Joe Biden could have done a better job articulating his vision for the future. And I just feel that overall, It was a badly missed opportunity. In fact, if we take a look at what Chris Wallace said, he said, "I'm just sad with the way last night turned out." You can see Chris Wallace's comment. He said, I never dreamt that it would go off the tracks the way it did." And he said that, hindsight is 2020. Maybe I could have jumped in sooner. But he said, I quote, "There was no way you could, hindsight being 2020, that this was going to be the president's strategy, not just for the beginning of the debate, but the entire debate." Now, these are words from Chris Wallace. So he's the guy that was right there in the middle of the action doing what he could. And by the way, for anybody who criticizes Chris Wallace, it's not very easy to first of all deliver the news. If someone does it well, it looks effortless. Okay, I do what I can to give you guys, the news, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, whether it's out in the sun with my face getting baked, whether it's in a situation like this where the sun is actually hitting the bottom part of the screen. So when someone does it well, it seems easy. When Anderson Cooper delivers the news, it seems easy. When Chris Wallace does his thing, it seems super easy, right? So the level of complexity that goes into speaking, that goes into delivering content, is very high, because what I'm telling you right now is a reflection of my thoughts, my ability to stare straight at the camera, my ability to be able to communicate to you so that I can give you value. And hopefully then you can click the like button, then you can subscribe, then you can enable notifications, because honestly, that's what I would like you to do. I want you to please do that. Click subscribe, enable notifications, so you get instant updates from us going forward. But Chris Wallace was in a situation where he was stuck in between the President of the United States and the candidate for the President of the United States. What a situation. So, he said, "I'm a pro. I've never been through anything like this." And as the president gave no sign of backing off, Mr. Wallace said he grew more alarmed. "If I didn't try to seize control of the debate, which I don't know that I ever really did, then it was going to just go completely off the tracks." And he was specifically asked, when he instructed the candidates, that the country would be better served if we allowed both people to speak with few interruptions. He said the answer to that question is easy: desperation. Asked directly if President Trump had derailed the debate, he said, well, he certainly didn't help. He was asked to elaborate, and he said, to quote the president, "It is what it is." I hope that something like this doesn't happen again in future debates. By the way, I don't think that switching off the mic of one of the candidates is the answer, because then they'll still speak and their voice will be picked up by the other mic. So switching off a mic is not the answer. Also, remember that each of these candidates have tens of millions of followers. So you can't just mute Vice President Joe Biden, or you can't just mute the president, because you're going to have tens of millions of people getting upset. As far as policy issues are concerned, I'm sad that I didn't get a clear picture of what they wanted. And what is interesting is, this is my opinion, what is interesting is that for most individuals, their mind has actually been made up. And for some of us, we want an analysis. I believe that if you're a supporter of the president, you'll be like, oh, the president steamrolled, Joe Biden, and the president won the debate, and the president was, so powerful, la 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 la. And if you're a supporter of Joe Biden, or Vice President Joe Biden, you'll say he was distinguished, he was polished, he was calm, he was rational, he didn't lose his cool, he didn't mess up. So the debate will essentially, in my mind, reinforce your beliefs. If you're an undecided and you are looking at this debate, I have a sense of what you're thinking. But listen, you're free to make up your own decision. You're probably thinking, if you're an undecided, you could be thinking, hey, the president was strong and powerful, or you could think, hey, the president came out too hot, came out too strong, and I think Joe Biden was calm. Or maybe you might be thinking, hey, Joe Biden didn't answer certain questions correctly. So I don't think the debate really did anything to teach us more as a nation, which is what it should have been about. This is what makes me sad, while the bottom half of my body is getting burnt. So tomorrow when you see me, you'll see this part of my body is darker than this part. I don't control sunlight. Forgive me. So jokes aside, I don't think this debate did anything to teach us anymore. What it did do is further divide us, at least the ones who got deep into the debate, because I know many of us were just disgusted. My wife stepped away in a half an hour, and if you saw my previous video, I thought the winner of the debate was Netflix, because I'm sure a lot of people did something other than watch the debate. Number one, I think all it did was divide us. Number two, all it did was reinforce positions for those of us who've already made up our mind. I think it was unfortunate. I agree with Chris Wallace, couldn't have said it better myself. He said, and as I conclude this video, generally speaking, I did as well as I could, so I don't have any second thoughts there. I'm just disappointed with the results for me, but much more importantly, I'm disappointed for the country, because it could have been a much more useful evening than it turned out to be. So there you have it, everybody. That was my analysis of the debate, the fallout, if you will, of the debate. Some really bizarre things happened. Some really bizarre things were said, and there were some things that were implied that were just flat out wrong in the debate. That is my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I want to help you live your American dream. So hopefully you give me that opportunity. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week, and I'm looking forward to taking you on a journey in the future, whatever the future might hold. Again, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. And then you can get added to SMS list. You can also go to ignitiontime.com/alerts and get on our email alerts list, and you can opt out of the SMS or email alerts at any time. You can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. Get exclusive content on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. This way you can at any moment in time get real-time alerts from us on Twitter, which I actually have been doing today as the news broke about everything that's been going on today. You can also bookmark our channel, youtube.com/ignition_time. That's youtube.com/ignition_time. This way you'll never miss a single video, and you can visit our channel and you can get updates and alerts directly on our channel. You'll never miss a single video. Once again, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days a week. Please, really appreciate it if you click like, if you click subscribe, if you enable notifications. This way, that is your vote of confidence in us, me and my team. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you. Take care. Bye.